Welcome back to Livity and Upliftment, where we give you all things possible and all things positive. My name is Horatio Morgan, and I'm a certified human resource professional and a teacher and trainer in the United States. What I'd ask you to do right now for me is to like and subscribe to this video for me now. Just click the subscription button and just drop a comment also so that YouTube will know that the video is benefiting you. Today I want to talk about the field of engineering, specifically electrical engineering, but it can go for many different areas of engineering. And I'm going to focus tonight on Canada, because I have some friends from Canada reaching out to me and friends going to Canada. But it's similar to the US, It's just that certain things are different. In Canada, for engineering, to get into engineering, you basically have three levels. You have the journeyman, or what they call a red seal. You also have the technologist. Now the technologist is like the gap between the journeyman and the engineer. And at the higher level of engineer. So you have three different levels, right? At each level you have a different body. For the journeyman or red seal, there is the apprenticeship and industry training body. That's like a tradesman. I'm gonna get into how you get into it later, and I'm gonna give you the links to all of these bodies. At the middle level, where you have the technology, you have the asset, which is the Association of Science and Engineering. This is really a bridge between the tradesman and the engineer. And at the higher level, you got the APEGA. This is the full-blown engineer, which is the Association of Professional Engineers. Okay? Now, how you get into these areas? First thing you need to know that you need to be certified in Canada, which is a bit different. You need to be certified at each level. So at each level, you must have gone to some form of apprenticeship. The tradesman, the technologist, engineer, to become. And then, when you have gone through that, you'll be allowed to do the exams. But you have to complete certain hours to be allowed to do the exams. Right? You have to complete certain hours to be allowed to do the exam. So what they'll do is, especially if a person's seeking to migrate now, it's a good time to start getting your supervisors and stuff. Because what they'll do, and you can enter from any level, the APEGA level or the asset level or the journeyman level. They will contact, when you can contact the different association for the level that you want to go. What they'll do is that they will then contact your supervisor, somebody who you work with, who can verify that you have certain knowledge. Then they will use that knowledge to say you have this amount of hours. Right? And how much, and if that amount of hours will qualify you to do the certification exam. So if you're not qualified at one level, you probably go at a lower level. And if you're not qualified with the hours, basically, to do any of the levels, you'll perhaps have to go back to school to do the formal educating. And it takes about 4 years to do the full engineer. But what it does is that when you have the experience, it cuts down that time. A few months for the journeyman to a year or so. So it cuts down the time. So what you want to do, as I said, you want to contact your supervisor, and depending on the country that you're originating from, then that will be crucial because there are codes in engineering, especially with electrical engineering. I know for Canada have a different set of codes, and the USA have a different set of codes, and these are legal codes that you must work with, and they have legal implications. So for my friends like in Jamaica, Trinidad, probably Africa, you just get one of your managers, supervisors to verify that you can do certain things. And then you will apply to one of these bodies depending on where you want to go. And then they will tell you the amount of hours you have in the area and what you need to do to get into the area. Because I know these areas are big on trade fields. This country, it's lucrative for immigrants to enter in the trade field because we're in high demand there. And this is one way you could get into electrical engineering. Or sometimes you basically have to just start from scratch in terms of with the little knowledge that you have, and it may have you jump 1 or 2 years, but you need to get a foundation in the country. And this is a way to do it. This is a way to do it. But there are opportunities there. There are opportunities there. You just need to know how to get to it. And have a good foundation back. I can't emphasize enough that your experience, how well you master the thing, counts. Because you can come here also at a lower level and be working yourself up and you move up quickly, depending on your experience. Because if your manager see that you are competent at a certain level, they can vouch for you. They can write to these agencies. They can sign a document stating that you know certain things, and the agency will contact them, even if they contact them for that information, and you can quickly sit the exam. Or you can just stay at one level and work once you feel comfortable. So the options are there and the opportunities are there. But as I said, you need to know the codes. And if you want to do formal education, of course, you know that you're going to need to verify your documents. That is one key thing. Canada has their evaluation. They have WES. They have one of the places, WES, World Evaluation Services, so where they evaluate some of your documents for you. So you know you're going to need to do all of this. But just going back through, you have the journeyman or Red Seal. That is the first level in Canada, and we're speaking particularly about Alberta, because I know in Jamaica we have a lot of journeyman, tradesmen and stuff at the beginning level. At the second level, you have the technologies, which is just a bridge between the engineer and the journeyman. And at the top end, you have the engineers who are formally educated with their degrees and so forth, with a higher level of knowledge. And to get to each level, you need to do a sort of apprenticeship program, or apprentice with somebody who can verify your time and vouch when they're investigating what is happening to get it there. So what I've done, I've interviewed an engineer from the USA in Florida, and I'm giving you information now from an electrical engineer in Canada. So I'm just giving you a wide spectrum of some of the different things that you could do, that you could accomplish. And I'm hoping that if you're in the area, just continue in the area. Because it could be very lucrative, and you could really set a foundation for yourself. So with that said, what I want you to do for me right now, if this information is beneficial to you, is just leave a comment, like and subscribe to this video, share it with your friends, share it with somebody who's migrating or looking to migrate, and let's have them watch the video, because we're here to help you to live your best life, to live your better life, to get settled in a new country. Because guess what? We are Livity and Upliftment, where we give you all things possible and all things positive. So with that said, be blessed and have a wonderful rest of your day.